just get right into it. And as always, you guys can, especially this time, help me fill in anything I might have missed or graze over too much because I've been away for a little bit, so I haven't. And like my usual prep time is like 10% of what it was supposed to be. So we'll see how this goes. You guys had come back to Red Larch after taking care of a pretty serious situation in one of the quarries that Red Larch employs for their stone mining business. Soon after, you had a conversation with Constable Harburg about some mistrust issues he has with his informants around town. It's pretty well established now that he is the sort of like the keeper of peace, like a modern day police chief kind of thing or sheriff kind of thing, but he also doubles as like a butcher's assistant. But he's like the main information and security kind of guy in town. And he came to you during a celebration saying that he had serious concerns about stuff going on behind his back. And then after, I believe, another day and going back to talk with him more, he gave you a lead on a wagon maker whose name is now escaping me. Does any of you have it? Something Welver?
Ilmith Welver.
Ilmith Welver.
Nice.
Yes.
Wilver's Wagon Works.
Yes. So he is the sole proprietor of this infamous and well-ingrained wagon-making business in town, but he's been getting reports from anonymous informant, at least one, that there's some suspicious activity going on about once a week at night at his shop. That hooded or cloaked people are seemingly like sneaking in the middle of the night about once a week, and then soon after, there's been a pattern of rumors and talks of ghosts, buzzing around town. So he asked you to check that out. You guys put together a pretty good recon mission. I was impressed, and you did catch, a little bit of. I think it was Taryn. You caught a little bit of oddity out of one of the workers in the wagon shop when you guys went to sort of covertly investigate. But none of you really found any sort of physical evidence or anybody else acting in strange ways that would suggest any sort of lead for what's going on, if anything, here. So you guys decided to put together a sort of plan B to do a little recon that evening. And you did, at that point, end up in your recon spots. You ended up seeing several people that you could not recognize sort of sneak in to the wagon work area. And at least one going into the gates, the backyard gates of the shop. But as soon as you started to make a move toward that area, a large tremor shook all of you, and a sinkhole galloped up gulped up the middle of the major intersection in town. Did I miss anything for you guys with that recap, or anything you want to add?
It was pretty good.
We're good.
Yeah.
That covers it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so, okay, we're coming in hot with the beginning of this episode 4 now.
So stoked.
Previously on...
I believe it's Gert and Cal coming out of the inn. I gotta get out of vacation mode and in
Yeah.
in D&D mode, medieval times, not modern times. Okay. And is it the rest of you at this other diamond down here, or are you still scattered beyond that?
I think you're right. I think we're all at the same spot because we had like shimmied over about to go inside.
Yep.
Okay. So all of you at this point, and with Cal and Gert, I believe you said you were at the door on your way out to try and help people at the point we ended. There's about a 40-foot hole in the ground, almost going up to the entrances of these buildings that are around the edge of it. And We will recall that even at nighttime, Red Larch is still fairly buzzing, not nearly as busy as during the day with active trade and people coming in and out. But there are still people around usually at night, and it seems that there are several people very close to this intersection who are like screaming for help. They're calling for ropes, ladders. People fell in. And it's kind of chaotic. You're seeing a couple of torches get lit nearby, as well as people are sort of making a ruckus about this. So what would you like to do?
So it happened. Did it happen and stop happening, or is there still like rumbling going on, and like is what's happening continuing, or has everything just kind of happened? Does that make sense?
I think so. So tell me if you want more. So there was like 2 seconds of tremor, like clearly a sort of earthquake event, and then this sinkhole. None of you saw it directly, but as you, Cal, are coming out of the hotel, you can see loose dirt around the perimeter of the whole area. You're able to see a little bit down, but it is nighttime, so it's fairly dark. But you are seeing like a faint light coming up. And right now, the only activity that's happening is the scrambling of people. Nothing else with the hole is happening right now. Nothing else. The tremors are done.
Okay.
It's just people shifting around.
Okay, so it happened, and now it's just people reacting.
Yes.
Okay. Gert, I don't remember. Do you have some sort of lights or something that can illuminate the area?
I do.
I say, did you guys bring my lantern down?
Oh, probably not, but I. We probably forgot that. Let's
cool.
be honest.
We can retcon that if you want to just say you would have brought your lantern.
Unless you've got it,
I
Cal.
think we need like an
But also,
area.
Yeah, I got you.
I have light as a cantrip. What does that do? Touch an object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. So yeah, I have. Do we have something that I can cast light on? That is.
So, as a helpful hint for you, the player, I won't say your name. I gotta remember to not say people's names. So for you, the player, you can cast that on literally anything you can touch. So you can touch your
Grab a
clothing.
rock.
You could grab a weapon you have. You can grab a torch and cast light on a torch without lighting the torch. So yeah, literally anything you can touch.
Okay.
There's a size
Let
limitation.
me look at my
but-
equipment.
And remind me, is that like do you have to concentrate on that, or can you?
It's a cantrip.
Light is not concentration, I believe. It just lasts until you
It's-
dismiss.
Light
It says
is-
touch. That's.
light. Sorry, you go.
It says touch and at will.
Great.
So.
Yeah. Light
so-
lasts for an hour, unless you dispel it on purpose.
Hey,
There it is.
Great.
So
1 hour, 20 feet.
why don't you? I'm gonna pull out my 50 feet of hempen rope, and kind of like towards the middle, I'm going to kind of lay it out. Well, not like lay it out, but I'm going to hold it out to Gert. So,
In the middle of what?
of my hempen rope, so that like, since it's only got a certain amount that it can go, I'm hoping that like the rope towards the middle will be lit up, so that as we throw something down, the light will kind of go, and we can maybe
nice.
kind
Oh,
of
you
do
want to
back
light
and
the
forth.
rope? Okay,
Yeah, light the rope
I like it.
so that it becomes sort of illuminated. I'll throw it down. We'll try and I can start getting people up if they're stuck down there, while you look for something else other things to illuminate.
Okay. I also have rope. So we could. Oh, but I can only do it on one thing. Right? No, I can do it on as many things as I want.
You can.
It's at will.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me go. All right. So,
Light 'em
so
up.
I'm gonna light up the rope. And actually, for that matter, I'll light up my rope too. Doot doot.
Oh, well. No, actually, it can only be
No?
one thing.
Oh, okay.
The spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action.
Ah, okay.
Can you hold them both at the same time and light both of them up?
Had to be.
Oh, that is in there. I read right past that. Thank you, Schmo.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him being honest and shit.
Yeah, sorry.
All good.
Touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension.
I'm
yeah,
I'm gonna waive the 10 feet thing for the rope because I really like the creativity. So
Right.
yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah, so I cast light on the rope.
and
Okay.
I'm going to run down to the hole and kind of get a good grip on it, but toss the other end down into the hole and see what we can see.
Okay, and how close are you getting to the hole? You can all
Um,
tell. I will say this: you can all tell that like this is just a sinkhole that just opened up. So very close to it is clearly loose dirt.
Sure.
Actually, yeah, that was what. So this is so technical, and I apologize about this. But
That's all right.
like, is it like ground that has bent down, like kind of it sort of funnels into a hole, or is it just like the ground completely gave way and now there is basically like a well in the middle of the road?
Make an investigation check for me.
Four.
There's a hole in the ground.
Okay.
And I think I'll have to maintain what I said earlier. You can tell that the immediate area around the perimeter is like loose. You with your background would know to be careful. But that's about it.
Well, considering the fact that I want to keep my footing, I'm not going to get too close. So I would say I'm maybe like 5 to 10 feet away from the edge
Okay.
of where it starts, whatever the thing is. Because I'm just going to like get up. I'm kind of running up to it. I've got it kind of, I'll tie it around my like wrist, kind of like a dog leash would be, just so I have like a good grip on the other end, and I'll throw the other end down.
Okay. And you said about 15 feet?
Yeah, so that's, I guess, that's still a good, and the rope is 50 feet, so
Okay.
it's still a good, I don't know, 35 feet,
Yeah.
There you go.
30 to 35 feet down.
Okay. So where are the rest of you positioning yourselves while he's doing this? Keep
you said
keep
that
in mind you still have like people sort of scrambling around. There are other people also trying to find something to try and help, but they will also notice Cal getting this rope out and like sort of crowd behind him to see if they can do anything to help as well or stay out of the way.
is there anyone we recognize, or I would recognize by the hole that's running, that I could like stop and ask what they saw, or how many people are down there?
Make a perception check.
15.
You will see the constable running up. Soon after you guys started, soon after Cal started, working with the rope, and you cast your spell on it, he is running up, but he like doesn't even recognize that you guys are there. He's going up. He's going to people, trying to get them to back up. There's no one else that you have met.
Okay.
Around.
So I am just gonna approach the constable anyway and ask, have you seen anything? How many people did you see in the area before the hole happened?
Okay. He's in like full go mode. He barely recognizes that you even talked to him. He's
Okay.
like, hey, back up, stay back. We don't want anybody else falling in. And then he'll and oh, you guys are here, great. I didn't see anything, but they're saying people fell in. And then he'll point to Cal and say, we should help him. At this point, you guys will all have recognized that there's some dim light coming up from inside the hole, and you're now hearing screams from inside the hole. My leg, I'm hurt, multiple people who clearly fell in. And one will yell, we see the rope, get it lower.
All right, I'm gonna inch forward a little bit, as much as I can.
Cal, I also have 50 feet of rope. Would it be helpful to, say, tie the rope to me and sort of lower me down with the lit rope? Do you think that would work? Do you think you have the strength to maintain me on another 50-foot rope?
It depends on how good my checks are. No, yes, we can definitely try it. Let's try and get as many people as we can out from this hole. So
yeah, I take my rope and tie it around my waist, and I've got the lit rope. I've got both ropes tied around my waist.
Okay.
Yeah, and so one would be pulling me out, and one would be just sort of extra
Dangling
strength.
from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I'm not
Wild.
just having my arm strength. I'm pretty sure she's pretty strong, but that extra security never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do.
So let me make sure I have this straight mechanically. Gert, you have tied. Did you pull back up the first rope, tie it around your waist, and tie one end of your rope to your waist at the same time? Mm-hmm. So now you have 50 feet of rope going both ways.
Yes.
And you're intending to now go into the hole?
Yes.
Okay.
With Cal supporting me.
With Cal supporting you. Okay. So you're gonna when you inch yourself toward the hole, make a dexterity save at advantage.
Okay.
And this is gonna happen as you're within inches of the edge of the hole.
That is a 7 for my first one, and a 16.
Okay.
Good.
So knowing that you were able to see, this is loose. This is a recent event of a lot of shifting soil and dirt. You sort of start to slip as you get toward the edge of the hole, but you catch yourself, and Cal puts a little extra tension on you just to be sure. So you prevent yourself from just straight up falling in. And as you look over the edge to start getting lowered in, you can clearly see two sources of light. I gotta look on a different page just to make sure I describe this correctly. You're seeing some light come from sort of below you and behind you in one direction, and also below and behind you in the other direction. Basically like southwest and north. Very dim light in both of those directions. And you can see several people, or like pieces of them, not that they like fell apart, but people are like partially under this rubble. Some are directly on top. There's about 8 or 9 people down here, calling for help, and you can clearly see most of them as you're coming down. So now, Cal, I'm going to say make a sorry, too many things at once. Flipping back to this page. Okay, I'll need you to make an athletics check, also at advantage, because now Constable Harbuck is helping you with the rope.
I'm just picturing him like hugging me from behind.
Getting that prom photo in. Yeah.
Yeah,
There we
right.
go.
He's doing like the toddler thing where he's just hanging on your leg.
I got you, boo.
Right. Careful of my scales, friend. Sorry, athletics check at advantage.
Yes, and this is for like slowly lowering the rope down.
And I don't. This doesn't. It has it in there, but not in Beyond 20. So I'm gonna do 1 and 2.
Nice.
All right.
23
Big
is the
number.
advantage.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Alright.
that one was a natural
Alright.
one.
Woo. Thank you, Constable.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gert, on your way down, it's going to take clearly a little bit of time to get down here. You would have noticed that your rope basically went about almost all the way down. So it didn't really have much slack once it actually did touch the ground, but it went down almost all the way. So as you're going down, you're going to see. Gotta flip this again. A pretty open area, and you'll now more clearly see a couple of torches to your southwest and almost straight west of you, as well as a very dim source of light coming from the north, where there seems to be like a break in this almost circular room that you're in. But then looking straight down, you're going to see several people like looking up at you wide-eyed. 1 or 2 have already sort of grabbed the rope that was ahead of you coming down, and a couple people will say, "We need help getting them out. We need help getting them out." And then there's 1 or 2 other people sort of around the outside of the rubble, scrambling, and they look like they're at least trying to help, clear pieces of rock and dirt away from this center.
So, my 50 feet of rope can get me all the way down?
Just barely.
Just barely.
Just
Okay.
barely.
So I'm going to find whoever is sort of injured the worst and grab them and sort of hold them.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell... Well, first, I'm going to ask someone down there how many people are too injured to climb.
Okay, so at this point, if you're low enough that you can actually grab someone, so there are 1 or 2 people just directly on top that you'd be able to just grab a hold on to. But you can also see at least 4 or 5 people who are like from the chest down, just like under rocks and dirt, and they're conscious. They're looking around and reaching out. 1 person trying to grab a hand and yank on them, but they can't quite get them out. In total, you count 8 people.
Okay.
3 of whom are not underneath rubble or in it.
Okay.
And make a perception check, please.
I am making a perception check. 10.
Okay. One of the 3 people is Ilmith.
Oh. Oh.
So
Goodness.
who are you just grabbing at, like, the first free enough person you can see, or are you going to come down and actually, like, try to get more people out before going back up?
I'm gonna see how many people I can get out before going back up. Yeah, I would love to, if someone feels like they could climb the rope, I would love to get people out that way to save Cal some strength of trying to pull all of us up.
Okay. One of them says, "Okay, I can try." And this person is going to do.
Woof.
Not great.
Woof. And he lands butt first onto my face as he's climbing up.
Gets about 10 feet
Just-
up and then kind of loses his
just
grip.
boom.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he'll just go, I'm having a hard time with this. Can they pull us up?
Yes. Let's Cal, can you start pulling us up? Shout.
Yes. Well, yeah. Can I? Is it that far down? Can I hear them? Can I hear her?
Yes. You can
Okay.
you can hear the louder yelling, and since she called up to you directly, you can hear that for sure. The rest is pretty much murmuring.
Okay. Yes. Have someone grab hold and hang on tight.
All right. So just so you know, you're gonna be pulling 2 of us. I'm coming up too.
Well, don't you want to wait? Don't you want to stay down and assist with?
I need to talk to you about some stuff.
That's the best way to handle an emergency.
Yep.
Immediately leave it to discuss.
Yep.
Do we have? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. I'll turn to the constable behind me and say, like, get ready to pull. And then I guess the 2 of us will heave and hoe the 2 that are coming up.
Okay. Make another athletics check. And this one is this will be at advantage still.
Okay. Athletics.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Another.
So at first, it's a little tough because you're between the 10 feet that you have between you and the edge of the hole and how far down the hole is. You're like at the end of the rope. So Constable's having a little bit of hard time with his grip having to be so close to yours. But you eventually catch purchase and start to get a good rhythm of heave and change to get them up. And Gert and a random woman that you've never seen before are safely up at the top. And a little bit more dirt sort of gives way this entire time, but not very much. So you guys are back up all together again, and there are still 7 people down in the hole.
Okay.
All right. Damage report.
So
I feel like I should over to that section of the hole also, probably by now.
Okay,
Team?
so you're
Yeah,
you're
we
all
made
gonna
it
be
there.
about here
Yeah,
now.
we've probably made it there by now.
Yeah.
Just
I would
Great.
hope so.
probably. Yeah.
I would say this
So-
whole thing has taken about 3 minutes. So yeah,
Cool.
you would have definitely had time to get back
2
together.
minutes.
Cool.
All right. Everybody get your ropes out. And we're all going to come together
Yay.
as a group, including bystanders. Everybody, come on and help pull people up.
Yeah, I'll just start pointing at random people. Hey, you come over here. You stand here. You look like a strong, hefty guy. Come here.
Exactly.
We have a problem, and that is that I don't have rope.
I also don't have rope.
Oh, come on.
I have a blanket. I can use a blanket. That'll work.
Use the blanket to comfort those that
Right.
come up.
Yeah.
Like a fire tarp, but earth because they fall from the hole.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Precisely.
By this point, as you guys are trying to strategize a little bit, other people would have come up, also offering rope and ladders, but everything that they have offered up, except for one rope, is very clearly far too short. So there's one more rope that a bystander has brought along, but that's it.
Has anyone around brought any like digging, like shovel or bucket related things that we can maybe dig the people out that are down there?
No, but everybody's still scrambling and nobody really knows
Okay.
what's going on down there.
Cool. I will just yell into the general like, it sounds like we need buckets and or digging supplies.
I got it. One person sort of runs back into their home,
Cool.
and they're away for at least a few seconds.
So, Cal and Taryn, you have a rope as well, correct?
I
Or
do,
you not?
yeah.
Great.
Just pull it in the bag. Yep. Yep.
Right. So let's get a strong, hefty guy on that rope as well. Or gal.
tree we could
Gals
tie it
can be
to?
strong and hardy too. Yeah. But then I think some of us should go back down
Yeah.
and start getting rocks off of people because there's a bunch of people down there, including Ilmith, who I think we need to get up here as soon as possible.
Great.
Okay.
I'll go down.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm okay to go down too. You want to do that,
Great.
Whirl?
So,
Hey, let's do this.
Cool.
Someone tie me to a tree and I'll shimmy down.
So we have 3 ropes, 3 divers,
3
2
ropes,
pullers,
3
and-
divers, 2 pullers, and I'll say there are enough bystanders that
Okay.
Gert, with such good, quick thinking, you've all got at least 2 people
nailed it.
on every rope for the shimmying process. So,
Hell yeah.
Has my bucket guy gotten back to me?
yes, as you guys are tying yourselves up, he comes up with 2 buckets and 1 small spade,
Awesome.
and hands them off to you guys.
Great.
Okay. So, I work my way back down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, those of you who is left without a player character.
Oh, geez, I've got a shovel.
There you go. Okay, so Cal and the constable are working with Gert's rope. Who is working on? Is it Taryn going down?
I'm pulling.
You're pulling who?
Who wants to be tied to my rope?
I'll go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cal,
Love
Taryn,
this so
and
much.
then
Taryn and a helper friend.
yep. Are you a puller or a diver?
I am a diver.
Okay, so
For
you
whatever
have
capacity I can do it.
2 NPCs as your pullers, right?
Sweet.
Okay, so
All right, guys, we got this.
Yep. Everybody
That's
who is a
scary.
puller, make an athletics check at advantage. I'm rolling your NPCs.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
We also additionally still have inspiration today
Ooh. Okay.
because we've not
Right.
ended physical inspiration chunk of day. So
Correct.
if you've only used 1, you have 1 left, and if you haven't used any, you have 2.
Dip.
Okay. First roll was better, but
Okay.
I'm getting tired.
Damn it, Cal.
Late, man.
Okay. Cal's getting a little tired, but you all make it down okay.
Okay.
And you're starting. I'm assuming you start to go right away at pulling people out, or what are you doing down here? As soon
I'm
as
going to
you-
start digging people out.
Okay.
I'm gonna get whoever is clear out. We
Oh.
got one of the other 2 that were already out of the rubble.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie him to the rope and have him go up.
Gert, make a perception check.
Always lose that one. 13.
Okay. You notice in the frenzy there are fewer people here.
Sorry.
And as you guys are all starting to dig out some of the folks that are buried under some of this rubble, you notice a light source to your north. Distinguish. Extinguish. Distinguish.
It could be a distinguisher. You don't know.
It's wearing a suit.
It's a dapper light.
Fedora
Yeah, you see the light source to your north completely extinguish.
in the hole.
Yes.
I want to go.
I do too.
I want to go.
Let's get
but
people out
also,
first.
there's people.
And then
Yeah.
we'll creeper over to that corner and like accidentally find a hole.
Do you want me to go check it out real quick?
Check it out. We can dig
Yes.
people out. You go check it out.
Is you check it out? We'll keep digging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Ilmith still here? Or is Ilmith one of the people who has gone?
What was your? There was a 13. He is,
13, mhm.
You can see that he is one of the people who's gone.
Son of a bitch.
How do I do this? Let's try
Yes,
this.
he is.
Can I ask one of the people who were there where he went? Not can I? I want to. Where did it go?
In one second.
Punk. I'm not digging you out until you tell me where he is.
You just experienced
You
extreme
interrogate.
trauma. Where the hell is this guy?
Interrogating somebody who's most likely who's just gotten 2 broken legs from falling rocks.
Or
Yeah.
is mildly concussed and is like, what day is it?
Who are you?
And we're going to be like, truly, we don't know. We don't live by days here.
Okay,
just
so
follow
just
the
so I have this right, because I'm going to switch you guys
Yes.
over to this page. Gert is and Whirl are all down here.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to switch you guys to this page. Cal and Cal and Taryn, you should either see complete darkness or like just rock, literally nothing. The rest of you
Sick.
should be able to see.
Nerd shit. All right.
Nerd shit indeed.
Yee.
Oh, I can't scroll this over enough. Well, that'll have to do.
You said complete.
Oh, cool.
I see it. Okay.
There's us.
Great.
Yeah, sort of on the
Zoomed in.
left side toward the middle/bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be able to control your tokens. We should check that. And you should all at least be able to see a light source in the northwest and northeast corners.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Control is good.
that's one person. That's the only person you can see who is free of the rubble right now. Everybody else is buried or like struggling in underneath the rubble.
Sure.
Okay. And it was from like this direction up here somewhere where the light was extinguished?
Correct. Yeah, straight to your
Okay.
north. You would know for sure that it was from right here.
Okay.
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 I'm gonna keep digging, and maybe should we send up this guy on? Oh, boop, wrong one. Boop. Should we send this guy back up on someone's rope real quick?
Is he out or is he buried?
He's out.
Okay.
In
Okay.
fact, he was sort of starting with his bare hands at the rocks and dirt as you guys were coming down.
Great.
Okay. Before we send him up, I'm gonna look at him and say, "Where did everybody go?"
He has this completely panicked look on his face, and he goes, "What do you mean? I didn't see anybody leave."
There were 8 people down here. Where did everybody go?
You counted? There are people
Yes.
hurt down here.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I got everybody up. Where did everybody go?
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody leave except you when you went back up with the first person.
All right. I strap him in and say, Cal, pull!
Okay, is it just him or are you with him?
It's just him.
Okay, so Cal, you guys don't even need to make a check for this. You easily are able to pull him up in a matter of a few seconds. He thanks you on his way up and sort of has to sit down with his back up against the wall of the inn behind you and catch his breath as you send the rope. I'm assuming send the rope back down. I shouldn't assume stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, sending the rope back down.
Can we see like any half people that I can start digging at?
Yep. Make a. I'm just gonna say make a strength check. Can't really call it
This is gonna be fun, gang.
athletics or
I
anything.
believe in you.
Come on.
I still believe in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, look at these guns right here.
Big, strong.
You know what? I'm gonna use one of my inspirations and a strength check that one again.
Oh.
Ooh.
Come on!
Ah, there you go.
Would my shovel help her at all?
Well, normally yes, but since the roll has happened now,
All right.
we got to roll
Too
with it.
late.
right.
Nothing bad happens, Whirl, but it takes
me
you
a
a little
long time.
takes you a little while to. Let's say there's like 2 or 3 people kind of all in this same spot, and there's like bigger chunks of rock that you're trying to get at. The adrenaline is just going, so you're just trying to get at it. The rest of you, are you also still just digging? One of you said you were going up here. Do we want to do that, or do we want to continue the
Yeah.
digging?
Is gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I would like to do the thing.
Okay.
And go look.
And you do not, do you or do you not have dark vision?
Ooh, good question. I don't think I do, but let me double check.
You said you're a changeling?
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Changelings do not have dark vision.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay, so yeah, what you can see on the screen is what you can see in person. You can see that there is, a break in this side of the cave, but the light quickly dims and snuffs out, coming around the corner from its source over here.
Okay. My friggin' magnification stuff just freaked out. Okay. I would like to ignite a torch real quick
Nice.
so I can actually see. And then just keep heading up.
Okay, and torches, while I do this on the lighting, how far do they emit light?
Jesus. I don't know.
If you just click on it in your equipment and on your character sheet, it should show you on the right.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
20-foot radius at bright light and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay, we're about to do a thing.
Cool.
Okay, you're now carrying a torch.
Hooray! Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move on up and see what the heck I see.
Okay, as you keep going, I'm actually gonna look at your point of view to make sure I got this right. Yep, I did. Okay. So yeah, you see this hallway sort of snaking out in front of you, and make a perception check, please.
Okie dokie. Perception. That's a 15.
Okay, you can clearly identify tracks going both in and out of this hallway.
How fresh do they look? I mean, obviously,
Oh.
if someone's running this way, it's probably pretty fresh.
Okay, so that's going to be a survival check.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Survival check.
Okay, cool. I can do that. 15.
Hey.
Okay. There is a, sorry, there are 2 pairs of tracks that look really fresh going away, and judging by their spacing, you can tell that whoever this was running.
Okay. All right. Can I keep going, or do you want to switch back to the other group for a second?
I would like to switch back to the other group for just a minute.
Okay.
And all of you who are digging, except Whirl, because you already did that, can you make athletics checks At advantage because you're using tools.
Yes. Got an 11 and an 8.
Good. Glad neither of us are athletic.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's just the two of you. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, it
Yep.
takes you guys a little bit, a couple minutes, but you do manage to dig everybody else out with the help of this other person that was already sort of pawing at it before you got down here. A couple of them are clearly hurt, but at worst, everybody is at least able to stand up like on one leg, sort of nursing an ankle or a leg or a knee, and they're like eagerly going toward the ropes. But having seen you guys carry two people up already, they're just kind of going with the flow and assuming that they're next.
All right. And we don't recognize any of these people.
Let me double check. Well, that's going to be like a super check. Sorry, 1 second. Named NPCs. This is super helpful if it would open up.
I believe in you, computer.
Oh, it's because I had a filter on it. Okay, there we go.
Filters are terrible when you didn't put them in, and then you're just like looking at 3 options that you have no idea what they mean.
Yep. Okay, no, you do not recognize any of these people.
Okay. And how many are there?
5.
5. Okay. So yeah, we start tying people to ropes and telling them to go up.
Lift them up.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to say everybody who's pulling, you've kind of gotten enough of a routine down and enough of plan in place. I'm not going to make you guys roll for any of this stuff. That and enough people are helping. So you do manage to, over the course of a couple minutes, pull everybody up, recast the ropes, pull everybody up. It would take 2 rounds with most of the ropes to get that done. So Gert and Iz and Whirl are still down here. And Cal and Taryn, you are still up top. Before I come back to you, does anybody else in the group want to do like 10 seconds of something? I'm going to say, just for clarification, Cal and Taryn, you are not aware of really anything that's been going on down here other than the plan at hand with getting people out.
I'm just gonna shout up for the guys to hang tight. Yeah.
We're
Stay
doing
put.
some investigation.
Yeah,
and-
stay put. We're gonna look around. So
Yeah. Cal hangs tight.
Perfect.
Okay.
Want to start getting closer to that hole there, Bert? And start following
yeah, we should probably start following his. Yeah. Oh God, we're splitting the party. It's not the best thing to do. Yeah.
I mean, either that or we have all 5 of us in a hole and just
I know
hope that things go well.
and that's what I keep thinking. Like we have to keep them up top for now, just to make sure we have a way out if we can't find another one.
It's a contingency plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was
And
thinking.
we've got a cleric down here.
Right.
So
I can
if
levitate
anything,
one thing 20 feet.
Nice. So if
Yeah.
anything gets boo-boos.
I can just like boop
can
one
help
thing, which will probably only get it like a third of the way out because that's just how my math would work out in my life. Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna start following Iz.
Okay.
Me also.
And I do have dark vision.
Nice.
I don't. And I also, are there any like leftover torches down here that I can just steal?
There are the torches that are emitting light very clearly to your west and southwest. They're not exactly out of reach. They're like within arm's length, just in their sort of holsters on the wall.
So they're in holsters. So like the ground fell out into a room that pre-existed with
Correct.
holsters.
Yes.
Wild. Tight.
Who said they have dark vision? Whirl?
Gert.
Oh, Gert. Okay. That is 30 feet, 60 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I do have to retcon one thing. You would have seen that there is a stone slab on the very eastern wall here.
Oh.
Clearly a entry exit way, because it's just so distinctively different from the rest of the wall. And then also, of course, this hallway going to the north.
Okay.
Sorry, for some reason it's not copying the lighting settings in your fields of vision when I move you to different pages, so
Okay.
double check me on all that whenever we switch pages, because I thought I had it and apparently not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check out this stone slab
Okay.
right here. And I would like to know if there's anything written on it, and if there is, can I read it?
Nothing is written on it. It is a flat piece of stone slab. You would be able to sort of piece together that this is a door. This is clearly a door.
Oh. Oh, interesting. Hey guys, I found a door over here.
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna say, Whirl, you were kind of like torn on, where to go. You're far enough away that you're not hearing any of this. I'm gonna flip
Okay.
back to you for a second and see. Did you just keep going?
I stopped, but I can keep going.
Okay. So I'm gonna say from where you were, where you are, you wouldn't have been able to hear anything behind you.
Okay.
So you're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking.
As you keep going, you can see a pretty clear hole at the end of the tunnel, right about here.
Oh, dip. All
I
right.
think that's where the page ends, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And you can see as you get closer several small sources of light sort of bleeding in from the outer edges, but a whole lot of nothing directly in front of you. Wait, let me double check that.
Okay. What do I do with this?
Yeah, you can see like a tree, often a little bit distance outside the front, and it's a little bit of a grassy hill. There's
Oh, this is like leading to the outside.
you can piece together that you're not outside.
Oh. Shit. All right. Crap. I think at this point, I'm just gonna turn back and try and go find my friends.
Okay. As that's happening, we'll go back to Whirl and Gert.
I am gonna grab this this torch down here because it seems like it's the farthest out of the way, and then go hang out with Gert and look at that door.
Okay. I am going to give you control of this token.
Cool.
Oops, sorry.
Nice.
So I just made her character token emit light, but since this torch is already made, I'm just going to give you control of it.
Cool. I moved it.
Make it go with you.
Technology's like the best friend.
It's a ghost torch.
Whirl can now throw torches cannon on that.
You can click and drag to sort of highlight both at the same time and move them together.
Oh, I was only gonna move one because I figured we would leave one like as a general light for the room, and then the other one I would have because I'm the only person that doesn't have a light source.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I will delete that, and then give you emission of light.
Oh, but moving it around is so much more fun.
Bright for 20, dim for another 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correctamundo.
You are now
You guys
both
found a
carrying
door?
torches.
Yeah. Yo,
I'm
is
going to
we
carry the
found a
torch,
door.
am I right, ladies?
That tunnel leads outside.
Weird.
So I don't know if they got away or something. I didn't want to go off by myself. Not really into that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't immediately walk into this door, even though I really wanted to. So, do we want to go into this door and see what's going on?
Since we have a clear and obvious like link to the outside, should we get the rest of the gang down here so that we're all going through this door?
I think that's a good idea. We can
Alright.
go investigate we can get the town people working on our excavation of more people. Are there more people still stuck in
We
the
got
rocks?
'em all.
Yeah, no, we got them all out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to everybody, but
Well, except for all the people who mysteriously walked away.
all the people who vanished.
buttholes.
Yeah. Can I see if there's any more footprints leading towards this door, or were they all just going up towards the tunnel?
Towards the. Okay, sure. The.
Excuse me.
Yeah. How? Make an investigation check. Actually, all three of you
Okay.
make investigation checks.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I got
Gert,
a
I'm
six.
going to say yours is at advantage because I forgot to tell you about something as you walk up to it in the first place.
Okay.
Okay.
So 14 is my advantage.
I got 17.
Okay. And Iz was a 6. Okay. So Gert, you would have noticed immediately that there was a water skin hanging on the wall right next to the door.
Oh.
The rest of you, as you get closer to this, you. By the stone door, a couple of well-used cloaks and a water skin are hanging up next to. Sorry, the water skin is hanging up next to the door. There are a couple of cloaks, sort of thrown on the ground.
I'm gonna rifle through the cloaks and see if there's any pockets and if I can take anything out of those pockets.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I like rifling through things.
Make an investigation check. Another one. Sorry. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use the first one.
Tight.
I said that just before you
'Cause that
rolled
was
that. These cloaks are as plain as it gets. They're basically just pieces of fabric that are shaped.
Okay.
Yeah, no pockets, nothing on them. And with I'll even add there's no like embroidery.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. They are dirty white cloaks.
Can I smell what's in the water thing?
Yeah.
See if it's water?
It doesn't have a smell to it, and you can tell that it's about half full.
I think we should get the guys down here. So we have a whole team to open whatever this door might be that I'm totally not afraid of.
All right. I shout up, Cal, Taryn, you guys should come down. We have some discussion.
Is the floor like still uneven and like might still collapse if you get too close to it?
You've seen enough and done enough physical activity around it that you feel like even if it did shift at all, you would be able to. You're aware enough of it that you'd be able to catch yourself. So, you can. I'm gonna say you're gonna be careful shifting around it, but you don't have to be like walking on eggshells.
Because what I wanted to attempt to do was kind of like, you know how like if you sit on a sand dune, how all sand kind of like falls down and you slide down to the bottom of the dune.
Nice.
Just like do that, but with the ground, like with the entire ground.
Yes.
You'd
Again,
still be
is it-
falling like 50 feet though, bud.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's like whirlpooling. I think it drops.
Yeah.
Right. It is a straight drop after, at the edge of the dirt and ground that is still holding. It is just a straight drop.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the ceiling like caved in on a building, and now it's just a circle in the
Yeah.
ground. It's like a
Yeah.
cylinder.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
let's be careful.
Or are you just gonna try to climb down? Like,
Well, yes.
I mean, I'm sure the constable
Okay.
can hold you guys up.
The-
But also,
Go ahead.
can you guys like attach the rope to a stake somewhere, or
I was just gonna ask, like, if there is a some sort of tree or a sturdy lamppost or something around the area of the intersection, or close to the intersection.
I'll say that there's a building on either side, east and west of the hole, that would have, their entrances and stairways. So you could basically makeshift using one of those posts on either side to tie them up.
All right, then yeah, I'll get a good secure taut to the rope, and I'll actually usher Taryn to go first so that I can kind of bring up the rear.
Okay, so you're doing one rope?
Yeah, I think one rope would be fine for both of us to just kind of slide down.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check at advantage.
Me for Cal?
Yes, sorry.
Sleight
Those are
of
for your
hand.
not tying abilities.
Yes, for not tying.
11.
Okay, so you wrap the rope around a couple times on the first post you can see and get it as tight as you feel you should. And Taryn, are you just gonna start making your way down?
yep, I'm gonna tie the rope around my waist loose enough to where I can still let it kind of, to where it has slack so that it can go back up, and then, but tight enough to where if I fall, it will catch me.
Okay.
And then start walking down the side of the wall.
Okay. A step or two down, there's no more wall, so you'd be free dangling, just sort of working with your arms and legs to get down. So I'll
dangling.
need you to make an athletics check.
Awesome. Oop. We got
Okay.
natural 20.
You
22.
sort of just like loosen your hands a little bit and basically slide down without a hitch. And you are now here.
Is there like something I could tie that end of the rope to make it more secure for Cal to get down, so that he's not dangling like a pendulum?
Oh, sure. There are some larger chunks of stone around, so you could try to basically wrap it around or tie it up to one of those if you want.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that.
Okay. Do that with a sleight of hand at disadvantage because you're using a very small amount of rope.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So you recognize that you really don't have enough rope to actually wrap it around or tie it to something with much confidence. So instead, you actually end up stacking a couple of rocks and larger chunks on top of the end of it. And when you sort of give it a tug, you can tell it's pretty taut, and you feel good about the stability of it.
Cal, should be easier for you to get down now.
All right, I'll slide my way down.
Okay, make an athletics check. Or a dexterity. What's the dexterity one?
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yes.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Your choice, yes. And add advantage. Oh, that'll work. Yep, you slide down just fine. And the rope stays put. It doesn't even seem to shift any of the rocks on its way down.
Cool.
Hey guys, welcome to the hole.
Come to the pit.
Welcome to the hole.
To the rock.
The cozy space. Is that a door?
Yeah, there's a door here.
Beautiful. Beautifully done.
I also want to inform you, we very likely don't have to climb out of this hole. That tunnel, points north, leads outside somewhere, probably in that little square of houses across the street from the inn. So we can take that instead of busting up our hands and stuff to get out of here.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's good. It's also concerningly familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's concerningly familiar?
Gert and Iz, if you remember our
Oh,
expedition to the town, we've seen a similar underpassage beneath a town as this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We should proceed with
Undertown
caution.
catacombs.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yes. That's why we called you guys down before we just waltzed into this door, which I have been staring at intently since I saw it.
Nice.
I can just imagine you, Gert, just like,
I'm just like, come on, guys, come on, let's go.
this is a door.
This is a door.
Colonel, it seems I found a door.
Okay, before we move on, would it be okay to do a quick refill/bathroom break?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Super quick, like 2 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
Break.
Where's the knife? Where'd it go?
Which one are you grabbing? Oh. My husband's making himself liquor. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, my man.
What kind of liquor?
Well, looks like he's got. Are you just doing a 7 and 7? 7 7.
What
Fun.
is that?
Seagram 7 and 7 up.
Oh, that's
So-
adorable. I love
Yeah. That is probably his favorite. Yeah,
Nice.
It
it's
sounds
his go-to.
It's a good go-to.
It is. It's nice. And
I
it's
recently-
easier than his fancy old fashioned that he's starting to do now.
Yeah.
Totally, so much better.
I learned a few years ago that I really like daiquiris, which in its like simplest form is rum, lime juice, sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And then found out that I like gimlets, which are gin, lime juice, sugar.
Oh.
And also a gimlet sounds fancy. It sounds way fancier. Like I'll have a gimlet.
You remember back when we would go to that mojito bar?
Yes, it's called mint with a Y. Because I also remember a time that it was me, Katie, and a friend of Katie's went there and accidentally ordered 3 pitchers of mojito.
Whoa.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Wait,
they served it?
How does it?
So it was this place in Denver called Mint, and so they were a mojito bar. They had a stupid happy hour. So until like 9 p.m. you could get a mojito for $4, or a pitcher of mojito, which was roughly 6 drinks, for $16. And accidentally, over the course of about 4 or 5 hours, myself and 2 other people had 3 pitchers worth of mojito, and then did not realize how fucked up we were until we had to leave.
All right.
Luckily, we lived within walking distance.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I did, and Katie's friend did. Katie had to bike home, and then the next day we came into work, and she's like, "Do not ever make me do that again."
Whoops.
Sounds like hell,
This is
man.
the best. And they had no food.
Yeah.
Like maybe chips because they physically have to serve food in Colorado, but like no food.
Wow.
Who serves pitchers of mojitos with nothing to like balance that out?
People who have the right kind of liquor license.
Right.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
I mean, it's really just a state thing. I work in liquor insurance.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
It's totally by state.
All right, cool. So we're back. Got to do that for the video because we'll cut out the last 5 minutes and maybe put the last 2 into a little fun clip or something. Bloopers reel, side conversations, get to know the players, that kind of thing.
Sam and I getting blitzed in our 20s.
Okay, so you're all down here at this point. I'm leaving this token here just for my own overall notes. But that person is no longer there. It is just the 5 of you down here at this point. Everybody has been successfully hoisted out, and it sounds like you've been checking out this door. So where are you guys at now?
I'm still intently staring at this door.
I will be also near the door, ready to be intent at the door.
Hey guys, can I open the door now? Everybody's here. Can I open the door now?
Yes. Let's proceed, but with caution.
Okay, I open the door.
Okay. The second you place your hand on it, 2 things happen.
Oh gosh.
We all roll for initiative.
Cal, you get this absolutely blinding, physically and mentally, sense of rage. It is exactly the same as what had happened inside the Necromancer's cave. You don't see or hear anything. You just have this. Like everything goes black for a split second, and you have this pure rage feeling, and then just as quickly as it happened, it's gone, and you just kind of feel phased, like not really sure what exactly just happened. At the same time, Whirl, you are going to hear a voice inside your head.
Wild.
And it says, "Whirl, I'm safe, but not for long. Red Larch is only in its beginning. Be careful. Find Endrith Valivo."
What?
You know that voice.
Yeah,
You know that voice.
I thought so.
It's Niavara.
Snap. Okay.
Nobody else knows who that is.
Yeah, I know.
And how long has it been since you've seen or heard from her?
Oh crap! I don't know.
Okay, if you don't know, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss a note.
No, I just hadn't. I don't think I physically created a number.
Okay, so if you
Yeah.
want to, after later on,
Right.
great. I'm just gonna say it's gonna have to be at least 6 months,
Tight. That
based
sounds
on
good.
the overall backstory that you got going on.
I will take that.
Okay.
Snap. Cool. Let's keep touching this door.
keep touching the door. Okay, Gert, you going to open the door it's easy peasy. It just slides right away. Are you going for like full open?
Oh yeah, I'm going in.
Okay. I believe you guys should be able to see in here now. No?
I can see a tunnel,
Oh, did it?
but
not?
everything else is black.
Why did that not? That's weird. Oh, that's why. Okay, yep. So the door is open, and if you can see into it, it's because you have a source of light or dark vision.
Oh.
If you can't see in it, it's because you don't.
Oh.
But I thought I did
That's
have
interesting.
a source of light.
So I can see in,
Oh wait,
but
what
I
the heck?
can't see back.
Unless I
Yeah.
move this, I can move the light into it so that other people can also see it. But
It's like you have to physically pass through the door to actually
Yeah.
see.
okay,
Which is
tight.
fine.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Hey, I can see.
There we go.
And once I'm
That
in,
makes
I can see it, but I can't see back.
It instantly locks behind us. Uh-oh.
That
Yeah,
is
balls.
not cool. The page is set up correctly such that when I move the
side?
door marker,
Oh, on
it
the
was
other
supposed
side.
to show you.
I'm on the east bank.
Okay.
I'm on the west bank.
What if I delete
It's
this?
not that critical. Oh,
Oh, there
now
we
I
go.
can see it.
Tight.
Now you can see both ways?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Help! I can't swim.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for someone who caught that reference. Sorry. I'm trying.
So good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
I can see what you guys can and cannot see now. Okay, it looks like his face.
Cool.
So ahead of you, you see a long, narrow hallway, and you see a stone slab at about, what is that, 50 feet or so ahead of you. And as you guys get closer, you can see that these are statues of humanoid figures. So they look like just doors on the map, but they are actually
Okay.
statues of humanoid figures.
Okay.
Do we recognize them at all?
That was is
Yes. Sorry.
make a.
Pretzel in my mouth.
What kind of check would this be? You know what? I'm not gonna make it a check. Clearly dwarves.
Of course. Okay.
They look like a statue of dwarves. And let me
Okay.
make sure I don't need to give you anything extra from what's written here. Dwarves in chainmail carrying battle axes facing each other. And the carvings stand out from the passage walls. So I have to correct myself. They're not like statues. They're like frozen in carbonite type statues.
Oh.
Like slabs of stone. I did not mean to imply that people are frozen in there. I'm actually just going to tell you that
Right.
it's not. So we don't
So
lose.
they're bas relief.
So we don't lose 15 minutes checking out something that doesn't exist. They do have gaps around them, so it does look like they're basically used as doors, and they're sort of shifted. And so you now have 3 passages, one going continuing the way that you were coming, and then the 2 going north and south. And
Where do
to
you guys
the
wanna go?
east, I will say you while you can't see like the area that the light floods, you can see a very faint source of light about I can't really say how far, but down this hallway you can see a very faint source of light to the east.
Anybody have a preference?
Forward, because we're
Are
here.
we?
Go towards light.
Makes sense.
I'm okay with the light. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Go.
Forward towards the light.
Okay.
Carefully now.
As you guys get here, back up. Actually, I'll move you. As you get here, I will need. Was it Gert and World going first?
Yeah.
Make perception checks, please.
Whoop, whoop.
False. Mine was persuasion. Hold on. Clicked the wrong one.
Woof.
Okay, I got an 11.
I had a 7. I don't see a damn thing.
Hey, 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Nice.
Who is carrying torches?
I am.
Sorry, I just raised my hand and said nothing.
Okay. So Whirl, you see just as just as Gert is getting past these slabs, you see some movement on the ceiling.
I'm gonna look up there. I can't do anything with the light, can I? Guys, look up.
Look up.
Look up. I think I saw something move on the ceiling.
Uh-oh.
Walls.
Okay. Make another investigation check, Whirl.
Having a rough go
I could
today.
be losing my mind, but I swear I saw something moving on the ceiling.
It looks just like stone.
Ooh, I got voices in my head now. Stuff is moving and no one believes me.
You have voices in your head?
You have
Are you
voices
okay?
in your head.
I was
What's
an
going on?
inside joke to myself and also the voices in my head.
Right?
We meet them sometime?
Yeah. We're buds. Should we keep going, team?
I mean... Yeah?
Hal, what are your thoughts? Mr. Army Man.
Just proceed with caution.
Do you wanna lead us, considering you're Mr. Strongman?
Steps out of the way.
I will still need a some source of light.
I'll come with. I'll be second.
Wait, Cal, do you mind having your weapon drawn for a while? Or at least in front of you?
Sure. I'll take out my
you-
great axe.
I'm just gonna touch the blade and cast light on the blade of your great axe.
Nice. Okay, you are now emitting. Tell me again, is it 20 and 20?
It's
Yep.
2020.
Okay. You now have a lit great axe, Cal.
Okay. I guess I'll sort of shimmy in front. Can I get next to, well, I guess just in front of Whirl then?
Sure.
Sure.
Get out of the way. Created a path for you.
Kind of get here. Actually, I'll get here so people can not stand like on top of whatever that is. And shall we proceed?
Yeah,
Let's.
let's do it.
All right. I'm only gonna take it like 5 or 10 at a time, DM.
Okay. And is anybody following, or are you just kind of letting him go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow.
Yep. I'm shimmying.
Let me
behind.
go.
Okay, freeze.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no.
I'm gonna move you back one, Gert.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so as you get to this point, guys, I need Cal, Whirl, and Taryn to make a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Bow, 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 bow.
there's
Roll
my
it.
saving throw right there. Boom.
Question for
Let's go 5.
the DM about this then.
Okay.
Would this proc my danger sense?
Interesting.
Danger sense. Let's find out.
I just pinged it in roll 20.
Things nearby aren't as they should be.
Technically,
advantage on
yes.
That's tight.
Okay.
You do have
so I
advantage
can have
for this.
advantage on that dexterity saving throw.
So I'm gonna tell you what my thinking is here, not to give stuff away necessarily, but just so you can help me stay honest about this moving forward.
Okay.
It says against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. It does not specify that you have to have identified the trap or spell.
Exactly. No, and that's why whenever this happens, I've always just triggered myself to basically just say, like, in general, am I doing this role as a danger sense, or is this something that I don't see coming at all?
Yes, exactly.
So that's where, yeah, that's every single time basically that you're gonna say make a dex throw. I'm gonna say danger sense, and you can tell me yes or no, just because I have that. Yeah, I have that.
Yeah. So
I have traits now, and I don't want to forget them.
okay.
Better call it Kenny Loggins because you got the danger sense.
Yep.
So,
So
dexterity saving.
I see a 16
throw.
from Whirl and a 5 from Taryn. Is that right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Okay.
And a 21 from Cal.
So, Whirl, you had the 5. God, positioning is all funky. Oh no, Taryn
No,
had
I
the 5.
had the
Whirl
5.
Whirl
Yeah.
had the 16.
I had the 16.
Okay. Okay, you guys hear click, click, and this light to your east vanishes.
Tight.
And Whirl and Cal, you both go shit and jump backwards.
Okay.
Taryn, you're like kind of thrown by the fact that they just leapt out and you sort of freeze. And 2 cages drop down from the ceiling. I'll put this on.
I knew something was up there.
And they slam on the ground. Right here. You guys can see those, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Taryn, you are now stuck inside of a cage with another one in front of you. Cal and Whirl, you just barely managed to get out. And you can all now hear some clearly stressed voices coming from the next room to the east.
The east being, sorry, since we're all
To the right.
right.
Straight
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see the compasses on these or not. I actually can't even see it
No.
myself.
No.
So I'm just
No.
gonna go as the map displays for us: north, south, east, west.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because
That
yeah,
other one was
yeah,
funky.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just do as we see it: north, south, east, west.
Okay.
So you guys have about 30 seconds real time to do stuff. Go.
I can levitate the cage off of you.
Can you?
Do it.
Yeah,
Levitate.
I
Dude,
can. I'm doing
get
it.
the
I'm
cage.
levitating it. Spells.
Get him out of the cage.
Can you click on it so it
Try.
shows up on the chat, please?
Boop. Yep. I can lift it up 20 feet, and then I can wait for him to get out of the way, and I can put it back down in exactly the same spot that it was in, as long as it weighs less than 500 pounds.
Let me make sure this is not counting against your time. Okay. Yep. How far are you lifting it up?
Let's say 10 feet, 8 feet, enough. I mean, enough to get Taryn out.
I'm 5'10", so.
Cool. I'm raising it 6 feet.
Okay.
He just shimmies by the hair on his horny horns.
Okay. You guys quickly react, dodge out of the way. Taryn, you kind of freeze, and these cages slam on the ground, and they slam hard enough that like all of you can sort of feel the ground shake a little bit, but you're all unharmed. Whirl, you manage to quickly just levitate this thing up enough for Taryn to get through, and as you're shimmying under this cage, Taryn, all of you hear this as an arrow whizzes past all of your heads.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, DM, are these metal cages?
They are.
Okay.
Where did the can I tell where the arrow came from?
Make a perception check.
Perception check. And since I guess we're still in this whole thing, I am gonna use one of those inspiration things.
Okay. Yep.
I use an inspiration with that
Yep.
to roll at advantage. Even though I probably didn't really need that, but that's okay. I just use it while I got it. So 17.
Okay. It definitely came from the east, and you now do not hear any voices anymore.
Okay.
How tall are these cages?
10 feet tall.
So, is there enough space to climb over them?
That was my thought next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You can see the light that you guys have sort of pour over them. None of you are tall enough to see over them.
But which one of us is the smallest?
I think that's you.
Am I really the smallest?
I mean, we're all like generally like
Wait,
5
how tall
hands.
are you?
I'm 5'10".
Oh, I'm 5'6".
I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say, I think I'm 5 feet.
Yeah, and is much more.
Live and spry.
Yes, thanks for that. Word.
Want me to try climbing up there?
That's where the danger is coming from, just so that you're aware.
Cool. Just, want to see if there's a way to get these things out of here.
Oh, there's... You guys have lights that go that far.
Also, Taryn, you can get out of the cage anytime you want.
You can...
Whirl's just standing there holding it like,
Come on back.
I'm like, bro.
So, Taryn,
just standing in the cage.
I apologize, Taryn. I have to give you an extra detail that I didn't give you at first. When these cages fell down, the one that fell on top of you, it was like almost like a really, really, really thin piece of wood got slammed across your head. and you guys can all now see like a 3-foot-ish hole in the bottom of this cage right next to you. And you can now see the ceiling. The depth of the ceiling relative to you has changed, and you can see chains from both of these cages going all the way up.
So there's something up there. That cage had a wooden bottom, and it broke when it hit me. So I'm assuming that was supposed to look like a false ceiling. And then there's another layer up there.
I'm thinking this is not a hallway we want to go down anymore. Probably not. Maybe these side tunnels a little bit further back we'll loop around.
Yeah,
We should-
let's try one of those.
Probably hurry and get out of the way of any more projectiles coming our way.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Come on,
North
hang
or
out
south?
back here.
Yeah, I'm
There it goes
retreating
back.
all the way back there.
I'm just gonna head north. Come on,
Cool.
guys.
I
let's go
will-
check it out.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I believe in us.
Alright.
Whoa.
North. I didn't mean to ping. My bad.
That's okay.
I'm doing like military actual like tactics here, like checking around corner, checking again,
Okay.
running across,
Okay.
stopping.
Make
Okay.
make 2 perception checks for me. Actually, just one at advantage.
One advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Perception.
Oof.
Well-
You really ran out of those numbers earlier.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
so
out, guys.
You're
Done.
you got a little excited with the last thing that just happened. So you're doing your checking, but you have to kind of like triple check yourself every time. Did I see something? No. Okay. You don't see anything, but you're feeling kind of on edge.
Can I try and go all stealth and sneak up ahead?
Absolutely.
Cool.
How far are you trying to go?
I don't know. Good question. Probably just, I don't know, another 50 feet or something.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go that far.
I'm going to move. Just kind of walking, being stealthy.
Okay.
Hang on
You
right here.
clearly see this bend, and you're not able to see very far down. You're carrying a torch, correct?
Correct, Mundo.
Okay. So at the edge of your light, you can see that the hallway continues, but you don't really see anything else going on.
Okay. Safe so far, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind her. Yeah.
Is there a way to like be like on the lookout for traps or anything?
Yeah. Investigation checks.
I'm gonna do that.
So I'll just do one basically for this hallway, and then the next time you say you want to check for traps, we'll figure out if we need another one or not.
Okay, I got 17.
Okay. You feel very confident there are no traps or hidden things along this hallway. It's just kind of a carved out stone area. As you get to there, you are going to hear some shuffling and squeaking in front of you.
Oh, okay. I'll stick out my arm to prevent Gert from moving. I think there's something up ahead. Shh. I gotta go look. I'm gonna try and stealth and get a little bit closer to see what it is.
Okay, stealth check.
Yay. Boop. 12.
Oh.
Not great.
Okay, 1 second. Whoops. It's not what I wanted to click on.
What is his sneaking theme music?
Ooh, that's a real good question, dude.
What happened?
It's like Flight of the Bumblebee, like the beginning part where it's like,
Ooh,
bloop, 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 bloop.
I kind of love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You don't seem to really disturb anything, and
plug in.
you're doing a sneak.
Doing a snake.
Doing a
Yeah. You
snake.
just hear little with the occasional squeaking like what's in the actual music right now.
Oh, okay.
And then looking
So I
around this
can-
corner, you see a couple of very large rats.
Die.
Would you say they are rodents of unusual size?
They're pretty big.
What's a
Cool, I'll take-
capybara? Sorry.
Oh, I've seen one of those in person. They're so cute. I will sneak back. Hey guys, there's like some, ROUSs up there.
A rouse?
I mean, yeah, it's like a big rat.
Nice. Did they seem to be a threat, or were they just hanging out in this spooky dungeon area?
This might just be where they live, but
Oh
I don't
no.
know. I don't really want to kill a rat. That's sad.
How many
I
are
can't
there?
talk to animals yet, or else I would be super down to be like, hey, these are our friends now.
Join us.
They're long
I'm
overdue
kind
for
of,
a
yeah.
pet at this point.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Unless I can cast
DM.
stresses on an animal.
Oh,
many
I
of them are
missed
there?
something. Okay, I gotta tell you one more thing.
Okay.
It's a good thing I
Oh.
read this because it's not properly indicated on the map. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Imagine being able to read.
Did you make? Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Okay. Yeah. As you got here,
Uh-huh.
that area as you got closer just reeked of rot.
I thought it was gonna be a bat.
And then as you got close enough to see the rats, you also saw 3 bodies on the ground.
Whoa. Okay.
Yep, and with that 17, the rats were clearly having a feast.
Tight.
Lovely.
So they were
So-
all 3 of them were kind of tucked in this corner.
Yeah. I want to say that they're a little busy right now, guys. It looks like they were just noshing on some dudes. Having a grand old time.
Noshing on some dude.
For it. I'm for
How
it.
many?
I feel like
how
this
many
is
were-
not proper vernacular for someone from Silverywood, but whatever.
You were always kind of a rebel as a child, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
This
I
is,
lived
this
amongst
Yeah.
nomads.
You were like
your
shredding
version of a
some
silver
Nora.
tongue.
Haha, that's good. That's real good. Do we want to just try and like sneak past them, or take it? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
How
They're
many are there?
busy, so they might not hear us. But I don't know if they're like actively looking for their next meal, because it seemed like they were pretty occupied there.
How many of them were there?
Just 2.
Could you see if anything was beyond them?
Not really. I mean, hang on one second.
Gonna do a re-sneak.
Yeah.
The song plays in reverse.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's the hallway continues. It's just like a little alcove, a little room. It's real. It smells disgusting in there, so just prepare yourself for that.
How far can she see?
I can see
about 40
technically
feet.
up to 60 feet, but yeah, it is only 40 feet of light.
Okay. Okay. Wasn't sure if I would be able to see further than you. So.
Okay.
Oh, and as you got closer again, there is you would have seen a little bit, just a tiny bit of dim light coming in from around the edge of the corner that you could see.
Okay. So it might continue on to the room where those guys were shooting at us from. I don't know, but there was a little bit of light down there, so just be wary of that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I really want to know who else is down here.
Okay.
I feel like 5 of us and 2 rats. Those are pretty good odds.
Yeah.
We just have to make sure there's nothing that we can't see.
Okay. I like this plan.
Cool. Can we name one of the rats Ben?
Yes.
Not like naming a pig that you're raising and then murdering it for food later. Like, hey, we're having dinner. We named it dinner.
I mean, I'm not personally planning on eating the rats. I just like out of character jokes about I wanted to say social media, but that's not it. About pop culture. There we go.
There you
and
go.
like famous singer-songwriters that might have had pet rats named Ben.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna also try to sneakily move past these rats. Sneaky sneak.
Sneak.
Okay. I will scoot you guys. Whoops. We're about there.
Okay.
And as you all kind of get to this spot, this first one looks directly at you, and then like quickly jumps behind the body that it's clearly eating, and just sort of pokes its head up and is staring at you.
Okay.
Walking past, little guy.
And then as you keep going, the second one does the same thing. They're like checking you out. Can all of you make a perception check, please?
Yeah.
I have 3.
11's not terrible.
11.
Oof.
Yeah, we
Wow.
got
3
11.
11 gang.
Full house.
11s.
Okay.
So does a 33 total then?
I like that.
So, World, Gert, and Terran, as you're scooting past these bodies, you notice that they are,
Dead.
they all have dried blood across their foreheads.
Like in like a Simba thing, or is it like that they got cut and it like poured out?
It looks like they got cut, but not not necessarily that's how they got killed.
Sure.
Like they were purposely cut, and then they were killed some other way, instead of
Right. How many bodies is it?
3.
Fun.
Should we attack the rats?
No.
No.
I don't think
I don't want to get rat attacked back, so let's just shimmy around the rats.
I think we should just, they don't seem to be bothered as long as we're not going after their food.
I'm gonna stay further back because I'm bad at sneaking.
I mean, I don't even think at this point we're sneaking, because the rats see us.
No.
They are staring at least one of you, like this entire time.
And Kirk goes, "Hey guys, enjoy your food. Sorry to bother you. We're just passing through."
Wave at him.
Can I call the other one Frank Sinatra because he's in a rat pack?
So good. It's so good. I love
God
it.
damn it, Whirl. Okay. So I am now coming up to another corner. I'm gonna stop there.
Come hang out with you up here.
The coast looks clear from where we are. So I'm gonna slowly progress to the next corner.
Okay.
Make sure there's nothing waiting for us.
I'm trying.
Okay, all of you make one more perception check, please.
No, dude. Where's
13.
the book?
Damn, Whirl.
Oh,
Three
tight. I didn't even
again?
see that.
Hey,
That's funny,
19.
motherfucker.
What's wrong with me?
Big
Gosh.
rolls.
Okay,
Oh.
so
No, you
You
spent a
got
lot of time like hurling people out of a hole earlier today, so I think your brain's
Yeah.
just not right now.
And Cal also had a stroke earlier, so.
Yeah, that's true.
God.
Apparently, that we don't know about.
Just
Yeah.
not paying attention.
Has a history of strokes.
so Whirl, Terran, sorry, just Whirl. Let me do it backwards. Terran and Gert, you're able to see that this blood on the foreheads of these three individuals is actually caused by cutting. And Whirl, you sort of see like a shape. You're really not able to tell what it is because they're really mangled and it's really bloody, but you can tell that there's like a common shape between the three of their foreheads as you're walking past.
Okay. I'm gonna
Sorry,
move to this corner. It's just another chamber.
with a torch in.
Make an investigation check, Gert.
Okay. Do.
Believe. Yes.
17.
Okay. There is absolutely nothing in this room that you can see except in this corner directly underneath this torch, there is a small black rock 3 feet off the floor.
I am gonna go look at that rock.
Okay. I apologize, guys. I'll be right back. I just need 2 seconds, real quick.
Okay. I need to write down notes.
Right?
Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
There's so much happening.
I know.
There's a ton. Watch this be like a Raiders of the Lost Ark moment where you touch the stone and then a bigger stone.
Of course. It's always me touching shit.
I'm always in campaigns where people just want to touch everything.
Please
Hey,
note
I've walked
that
past those bodies.
I've been very
Yeah, that's
consistent
true.
not doing that.
Not a single
No,
one of
that's
us
fair.
touched any of those bodies, and we also made sure nobody touched the rat pack back there.
That's fair.
Rat Pack.
Rat
Yeah,
pack.
Sinatra and
Ben.
fucking
Ben.
Dean Martin and I think Sammy Davis Jr. and there's a fourth one that I don't remember now.
Okay.
Nobody remembers the last one.
Since he smells bad, shouldn't
That
he be
guy is
named
not talking about
Rank Sinatra?
Rank Sinatra, yeah.
Frank Sinatra. Yes, dude.
Also, spoiler alert, guys. Did anyone see those like weird shapes that were carved into those guys' foreheads?
They were weird shapes.
Yeah,
They're
I saw like
I
whole
just
shapes.
I just noticed they had cuts. I didn't see that they were in shapes.
I don't know what the shapes were, but it seemed very shape.
Very shapy.
It seemed very shapy.
I saw
Yeah.
much shape.
Shape adjacent.
Deliberate shapes. All right.
Peter Lawford and Joey Bishop, by the way, just so we're historically accurate. Are the
Wait,
last
who did I get
two.
wrong? Were there 5 of them?
There's 5, yeah.
Oh, I thought there
There's
were only
5.
4. See, that
Yeah,
shows you what I know.
thought so too.
Mhm.
It's not
Frank
the name,
Dean's,
name of the tenors.
yeah. Frank Dean, Sammy, Peter, and Joey.
I was not going to know those two, so
Yeah.
I got the
Now
hits.
we do.
Yeah.
You're prepped for trivia now.
There you go. Okay, so Gert, you're checking this thing
Speaking
out.
of prep for trivia.
Yes, I am going to the stone.
Okay. Your investigation, was that 17 or was that from the previous room?
that one.
The 17 was for this room.
For this room. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you approach this, you notice also that the torch is not in a holster. It is also just levitating.
Tight.
to touch it. I want to touch it, but I probably shouldn't.
What are you trying to touch, Gert?
The stone. It's
There's
just
a-
floating here.
Can you
Ooh.
tell why it's floating? Like, is there a specific
Oh,
amount?
hey.
We're about to find out.
But see, if I cast detect magic, that just shows me where magic is. Right?
Detect magic. Click on it. But make sure it doesn't mark it
Yeah.
off as cast.
Yeah, no. So for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, like,
So-
so that is the type of magic, not yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sure, I'll cast detect magic.
Love it. I love it a
Is
lot.
there are there spells that don't have a school in D&D? Like other than homebrew?
No. Okay, so immediately in front of you and kind of around you, you get a hint of transmutation. I'll need you to make a perception check, please. Another one.
Okay. 10.
Okay. You get this nagging feeling that it's like incomplete. I'll specify that a little bit. It feels like partially magic, and you've never experienced this kind of thing before, so you really don't have any sort of insight. Like, you're not sure if this is supposed to feel like this or not.
Okay. This is really weird, guys. This stone is really strange. I don't like it.
We can leave it
touching it.
alone,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll find other weird floating rocks.
Yeah, we might find a better rock.
Ooh, yeah,
All right. Let's see if we can find a better floaty rock somewhere.
If not, we'll take this one if we can't find a better one.
Okay.
This is backup floaty rock.
Yeah, just make sure we remember where it was.
I think we'll probably find it again. Like, oh, right, it's the floaty rock room right after the rat pack.
Right after the rat pack.
Yeah.
We're good. Normal people have pet rocks. We have pet floaty rock.
Yes.
Can we name it Jeremy?
Yes.
Of course
I
we
am
can.
down for Jeremy the floating rock.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
I'm literally writing this down on my notes. I have abandoned Jeremy the floating rock.
Okay, so did you
Jeremy
actually
will
touch?
remember that.
Did you actually touch anything at all, or did you leave it alone?
I did not.
Okay.
I left it alone because everybody told me I should.
Okay.
So now I'm moving to this corner and checking it out.
Okay, and this is a 10-minute spell, correct?
Last for 10 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so and it's within 30 feet. Got it. Okay, so you're I guess moving on from that room, and you see another narrow, intentional hallway ahead of you.
So guys, I can't see totally down this hallway, but I do see a hallway. Do you want to keep going?
I mean, we can hang out with Jeremy, or we can keep going. I'm down to keep going.
Keep going.
Let's
Let's
make
keep
sure.
going.
Down these intentional hallways.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's
Don't
make
forget
sure
about us,
that-
Jeremy.
Make sure there aren't any more fallen cages when we walk down here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, now that we're in another stretch of hallway, can I check to see if there's any traps anywhere?
Yep, make an investigation check.
Hoagie doggy. Yep. 24.
Nice.
Ooh,
Blah,
natural
blah.
20 plus 4.
Yep, it is clear.
We're all good.
Right. Hey, it looks like there's another door.
There be a door here.
Are you gonna touch it?
No, I'm just gonna intently look at it until someone tells me I'm allowed to touch
That's
it.
fair.
I mean, Gert, has anyone ever told you that you are an autonomous human being? Or maybe not human. You're
I'm definitely not
right?
human.
Well, you're humanoid. It's okay.
You a grown ass woman. You make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Oh man,
But
is
I was
anybody?
compelled to open a door.
Are you all just kind of like carefully following? Is anybody doing
Yeah.
anything, looking for anything? Describe.
I'm here to back up Gert in her decisions, both mentally and physically, with the door.
Okay.
I think we're all just standing around Gert, just like looking at her, waiting for her to open the door while she's staring at it.
Yeah.
Okay, I open the door.
All right.
I push it open, but I don't walk in this time.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Oh, hey.
ahead of you is another chamber with. Why are these not? Are these emitting light?
We
A
only
little
see a
bit.
cone.
I see. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see a
Yeah.
cone and then one in the corner. A torch in the corner.
Yeah. So I think we have to pass through the door.
The
and then you see the
southeast
light.
corner.
Nice. Yes.
That's interesting.
eat
I
soggy
have them
waffle.
marked as emitting light, and they are not.
I mean, we see light in there.
I might be too far back too.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
the
can we pass
token.
through the door?
It's not you guys. It's the token. Give me 1 second.
Oh, day.
Oh, it is doing it. Okay. Did you see your field of view change just now?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
I saw something light up.
yeah. Okay. It is doing it. Okay. So yeah, you see a smallish chamber ahead of you. In the middle is a stone statue. Pull this up. Make sure I don't miss anything. The floor is pretty rough, like a little bit more rough than the hallways that you've been coming through, but it is flat. And you can clearly see more chisel marks than you would have on the way in here. The ceiling's only about 10 feet high. In the center of the room is a life-sized and lifelike statue of a dwarf warrior wearing a chain shirt, helm, and boots. You can kind of see that it looks like this statue is carrying, a shield and a weapon of some sort, and pieces of it have been sort of chunked away.
All right. I'm going to enter the room. Okay.
I'm coming to.
Okay, as you
It's all
guys
hang
go
out in the weird
farther in, you're going to see a sort of ring around the base of the statue. Let's see. Is that Gert? Yeah, Gert, you're close enough that you'd be able to see that this ring around the base is, it looks like stones.
More stones for you.
Yep, and
I'm gonna touch these. No, I'm not.
there's like a small plaque on the front of it.
All right. I'm gonna go try to read the plaque.
Okay. As you get closer, you also notice a dagger sitting basically right at his feet. And the plaque reads, Petrified Iron Star with a question mark, Dwarf, found 1459 DR in Red Larch West Quarry. Broken condition.
Like a museum?
Pretty much.
Maybe,
Well, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Taryn.
maybe this was a place open to the public at some time in the past, and maybe this was a museum, which could be a reason why this is here.
So as you guys are sort of scooting in carefully and checking things out a little more, and Gert, especially after you finish reading that plaque, you would notice that these stones around the strewn around the outside of the base, they're accompanied by valuables. So there are a whole bunch of coins, a couple of very small gems, and again that dagger.
Does it look like it's a special dagger?
Make an investigation check. Okay. It has some decoration on it, which to you seems a little unusual for just a simple knife. And you can see dried blood on
Of
the
course I
blade.
can.
Does this statue like represent some kind of deity, or does this resemble a deity that I've learned about?
Make a religion check.
Where are the R's? Right there. Boom. 12.
Okay. No, not really. You're having trouble with Dwarven gods. So yeah, you're not really getting a good sense of this being related to any deity.
So this obviously isn't a religious place, and if it is, this isn't the main attraction.
I'll update that statement a little bit. To you, it's not really obvious with that check. You're not confident that it's not religious, but you're also not confident that it would be.
Okay, so this may not be a place of worship,
Right.
and this would not be one of the bigger figures.
Oh, you know
DM,
what?
Are we?
Sorry. You're a cleric, right?
Yes.
Roll another. I should have you do that at advantage. I'm sorry, I got you and I think we're all mixed up for a second. Okay,
Still
yeah,
got 12.
nothing changes. Sorry, Gert, go ahead.
Yeah. Are we still in my 10-minute range?
Yes. Oh, yes.
So-
Good call. The dagger is clearly magical.
Right.
And
What kind?
Let's
So say I can identify it if we need to.
I legitimately don't know.
Oh.
No school. It has no school.
That's very interesting. I'm gonna have to go look that up in forums just for my own curiosity.
Cool.
So instead, I'm gonna have you make an Arcana check, just for free.
Okay.
Ooh.
Please.
It's in the long one, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so you would be able to tell that this is fairly common, that a simple weapon be enhanced by magical power, and it basically fits that description. It has a sort of magical enhancement, but not really anything super significant.
Okay. I am going to take one of my pieces of clothes in my pack, like a sack. I'm gonna take a sack, and I'm gonna pick up the knife and sort of just like put it in the sock like a pouch. Or the dagger, I should say.
Okay. Make one more perception check, please.
Okay.
It's gonna be like Indiana Jones.
3.
Ooh.
I got nothing.
Okay. This is a little bit different from your average dagger, as you can already tell from the magic, the faint magic emanating from it. It's got a very decorative look to it as well. So you put it away. Nothing happens when you pick it up.
Real quick, where did we put the staff of magic missile?
It's
Does
on
Whirl
me.
still have it? Okay.
Yeah, it's on me. I'm not putting that thing down.
She's not giving that up.
Yeah, just in case you have to pew pew at anybody. I want to have it ready.
After some time in here, guys, Gert and Taryn, you're going to hear a faint sort of whine from the door to your west.
We're going in.
We're gonna start walking over to the door over this way. That's, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just standing right there.
Oh, so you're gonna wait for me to touch it?
Yeah,
It's
you're
his
the
turn to
door
stare at the
toucher.
door now.
I'm
I'm
standing
the door
close
toucher.
enough.
We all have our roles, and Kurt's the door toucher.
Hey, you're the one certified for it, so why
No,
not?
it's a certified door toucher.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to go back and get recertified every 2 years.
Yep.
Cleric, only, door touching.
I don't open the door, but I sort of put my face up against it to see if I hear anything.
Okay, make an investigation check.
This whole 2 screens thing is killing me. Sorry.
There's a lot of checking going on in this.
It is 7.
Okay, you just hear this kind of. You're not really sure what it is.
Hey guys, there's a there might be a person over here. What do we want to do?
Proceed with caution.
Yeah. I'll get ready and make sure that we're ready, and then we'll be ready.
I open the door.
Step forward, Prophet.
That's gonna be our line for this campaign. Is I open the door.
That's gonna
Open
be
the
our
door.
Magnus rushes in.
Yeah.
Opens the door. Oh jeez. All
Ready
right.
for this?
Okay.
Yep.
So your lights sort of flood into here, and it's a bit darker because there are no extra sources of light. You see a large boulder in front of you, directly in front of you as you're looking in, and the rest of the chamber, it's dim from only your lights being the source that you can see from, but it kind of looks like a similar chamber to what you're in right now, and you can clearly hear like it sounds like a child crying right about where this rock is.
I mean, yeah, Gert's gonna go in.
Aaron is going to go in at the same time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
You'll
in.
hear a small voice as you guys are shuffling in. You'll hear a small voice say, "Hello, I'm so sorry. Can I go now?"
And can we?
Um, Yeah, can we see him?
I believe you two can now, right?
I just shimmied in. I think he might still be blocked. I don't know. Thorp.
Who has lights? I guess I'm having trouble seeing what
I
you.
have dark vision.
Oh, you have
I
dark
also
vision.
have dark vision.
Okay.
And I have a torch.
Yeah. So you can both see him. Whirl, you cannot, but he's right here.
Oh, okay.
You guys see that red?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So right there, you see a small child who looks like he's like basically buried in dirt, and heavy stones.
Is there a kid in there?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Hey, bud. You okay? How long you been in here?
He sort of like jolts at you when you speak, and he's clearly shaking. Make a medicine check, please.
Help and give advantage since I'm also looking.
You're giving me advantage? 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So he is absolutely shaking from both horror and what you can tell is malnourishment. He looks sickly. He's got like crust around the bottom of his eyes. He's clearly been crying for a very long time. His body is just starting to react, and he just says, "Please, I'm so thirsty."
Oh, there was that water at the beginning of the freaking place.
So
You go.
I'm gonna start digging him out.
Yep.
But also, what's your name? We're just here to help, friend. We're just here to help, buddy. What's your name?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Poor little guy.
That's perception. Oh. I am not very persuasive. Oh, but I do have inspiration.
Yeah, do it again.
Yep.
17.
Okay.
It's a lot
Yep.
better.
Yup.
He
Well done.
he is clearly absolutely exhausted and basically doesn't resist much seeing strangers, and he says, I'm Braylon. You're not with them, are you,
Nope.
Ilmith?
No, absolutely not.
You said it.
Please help."
I'm gonna take out my water skin and hand it to him. Here, bud. Go ahead.
So he's got he's kind of like buried up to basically his chest, but he's got one hand sort of free, and he's able to wiggle it enough to grab the water skin, but he does not have the strength to even pull it to his mouth.
I'll get up next to him and tip it back so he can drink a little bit. Not try to drown him or anything.
Not waterboarding, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Able to
waterboarding
get
the
rid
child that's trapped in the ground.
Okay. He'll take a few big gulps from it, and say, "Oh, thank you. I don't know how long I've been down here."
Well, we're gonna get you out.
Yeah. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it, bud.
So I'm still digging and yeah.
Okay, I'll say after a few seconds, you're able to get him clear. It's not really all that hard for you. He's clearly a young child, and you would easily be able to tell. I'm not even going to make you roll for this. That this stuff that he was buried in, he was put here intentionally.
Is this
does-
just dirt that he's been buried in?
No, it was there were a couple of larger stones, kind of like a makeshift.
Like a warrior's grave kind of thing.
Yeah, but not like it wouldn't have seemed like they were trying to kill him. It was like a makeshift keep him here sort of like a cage, but they just grabbed a bunch of random rocks.
They were using their cages earlier in the.
They used up all their
Always.
fake cages.
Exactly.
They had that.
Yeah.
Guys, I really think that we should just get him out of here, and maybe back to our room and see if we can figure out who he belongs to and if he has more information on the awful people who put him here.
I think that's a good idea.
I know how to get
Okay.
out. Can you just let me go, please?
Well, we
we-
found a
we
way
don't
out
know.
too.
Yeah, we have a way out too.
We
Why
can-
don't you just
Yeah.
hold my hand and we'll get out together, okay?
Gert and was that Iz? Make a persuasion check.
7.
12.
Okay. He sort of pulls himself in a little bit. He's just standing there, sort of kicking his foot around, and looks down at the ground and he says, I don't know. They wanted to hurt me.
We're not with them, bud. We're the good guys. We just want to help you out. We just want to get you back to where and who you belong, and maybe get you some food. Are you hungry?
He perks up at the mention of food and says,
You wanna?
"Yeah, I'm very hungry."
We've got a place that you can get a whole bunch of food. So come on. And she like goes to grab his hand again.
Oh.
Okay, he'll be sort of not resistant, but not exactly unwilling, and let you take his hand. As you start walking back toward the door, he'll sort of dig his foot in. You know, it doesn't really do anything to you, but he'll sort of dig his foot in and say, "Oh, careful going that way. They might be in there. They had one of their secret meetings today."
Secret meeting. Do you know how many there are?
I only know 3 of them. And he'll like aggressively hang his head in shame as he says, one of them's my dad. They punished me.
For what?
Make one more persuasion check.
God damn it.
Gert.
So close.
Gert just
Okay, you say
It's the black eyes. He doesn't trust me.
he continues to hang his head and he says, "I shouldn't say they'll punish me more."
We're here to protect you, bud. That's my only job now.
Exactly. We're here to protect you, and we might not be able to do that if you don't tell us who your dad is.
He's gonna think about it for a minute, and he'll kind of slump down, mostly from just physical weakness, and sit on the floor and say, "My dad is Rothar Hatherhand."
No, I don't think I recognize that name.
Menace.
No, you guys have not heard this name before.
I thought it was the constable for like a hot second. I was like,
Like, we
Yeah,
invest
like-
dupes.
Oh,
ask.
yeah, bamboozled. No,
What was that name again?
Rothar Hatherhand. Rotharr
Okay.
Hather hand.
Awesome. Thank you.
What did he say? His father's name is Rothar. I was supposed to deliver a message to Ilmith, and I didn't.
what was the message?
He kind of looks up for a minute and gets wide-eyed and says, "Oh no, I don't know. I didn't read it. Please don't hurt me."
So this was a letter. It wasn't it wasn't a spoken message.
It was a piece of paper.
Do you still have it?
No, Ilmith took it from me when they found me.
So Evelyn has it.
All right. Well, do you want to go get some food, bud?
Are you sure you can keep me away from the believers?
We will do everything we can.
Okay.
All right. So I start walking with him back out the door.
Okay. All of you make one more perception check,
Crap, I just closed it.
except Cal, unless you went
Yep.
in the room too.
Nope, I was in the other room. I was actually hanging out,
Okay.
hanging back to see if anything was following us or coming into that room.
Okay.
I got a 7.
I was also going to say that I wanted to peek into that other doorway since it was open.
Okay,
to
make
see if I
a
could-
make a perception check first, and then an investigation check.
Perception.
Investigation.
Okay, so Whirl, just after you guys finished talking with Braylon, and everybody started shifting, you noticed an inscription on the big stone facing west. And it says, "Displease not the Delvers." And Taryn, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not the Delvers. Displease not the Believers.
Wild.
Taryn, looking in this door, you're going to see, as you look up, you'll see moving panels, and you're able to piece together that this is the other side of the room that the cages were in.
Could be,
Oh.
Oh, okay. Hey,
You're,
guys.
You'll also notice a switch just to your north, like a lever.
Okay. Guys, we just went in a circle. The cages are back that way.
Of course we did.
Is there a way to not have them fall on us?
Hey Braden, do you know how to shut off the cages?
No. I know how to get in and out. That's it.
I'm gonna pull the switch.
One second. Making a note. Okay, you pull the switch and you hear this series of clicks. Click, 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 and then you can hear several chains, and then slam. About how many? 8 more cages come slamming down from the ceiling.
Tight.
Awesome.
Actually, it was 6. Number doesn't really matter, but just in case.
They're there. They fell. Lucky.
And they are now on the ground. A few seconds after, you can all sort of at least hear, if not feel, a little bit of that slam, depending on how far away you were from it. Cal and Gert, you're going to hear some muffled voices from your east.
Which way have the doors been like opening usually?
The ones that look like they're still parallel, you have basically just been sliding away. They're like stone slabs.
So it's just a slab that's just been opened up, and then from either you can walk out from either side.
Correct.
Okay. I am going to post up over on this side, and can I hold a grapple? Is that like
Yeah, you mean like
an
ready in action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm holding it.
So you, I just need you to specify what would be a trigger of said action, and this is a little unique because you're not in combat, you're not in initiative, so
Right.
I'll just say when you take any other sort of action or move, then you're no longer holding that action.
Sure. If I hear that some shuffling or something on that side, I'm going to run over to there, and I'll post up there, but I'll hold a grapple, and if basically when the slab moves and I see someone, I want to kind of non-violently grapple someone, but at least make sure I can hold them.
Okay.
Like a very aggressive side hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a headlock, just how
yeah.
headlocks work. Yeah.
I'm an officer, so like yeah, I'm placing them under an arrest, basically, and holding them in a bear hug.
Extreme cuddling.
So, can someone else go and open the door while I sort of hang back with Brayden?
I will open the door. I will be the
Great.
deputy door opener for the time
Yeah.
being.
Deputy
So
door opener.
Gert's gonna go back into the other chamber, and sort of hide behind the wall over here, with the boy, and then what is he doing? And then yeah, if you go and open the door,
Sure.
she can stay safe with him back here.
Okay. I'm going to do my best impression of Gert and open the door.
Okay, you're going to open the door. Give me 1 second.
Wow, I thought you were Gert there for a second.
Yeah, I know, my performance skills are off the chain.
Okay.
You should see me do Leno.
Aw.
Okay, so as you open this door, you're going to see an old man sitting at the end of the hallway on a stool.
Other door.
And there's a lantern, or sorry, not a lantern, a torch in a holster right next to this door that he's sitting in front of. And as soon as you swing or move the door open, he goes wide-eyed and like leans back and starts to scramble at the door.
Hey, what you doing back here, friend? I say to the guy.
He's going to absolutely freeze. So right now would be a very good point for us to take our sort of halftime break,
Okay.
if that's okay with you
Ooh.
guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's say 10 minutes, or if everybody's back before 10 minutes, then that's even better.
Okay.
Refill your drinks, take a bathroom break. We will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
So